All right, welcome to whatever the hell I'm going to call this show. I just want to start doing like reviews of movies that are currently playing in theaters, retro reviews of films that I like, or streaming reviews. I figured for the first time out, I would have my buddy Johnny sit in with me. He actually asked me out on a date tonight and took me to see 1917. I'm a big Sam Mendes fan. I thought American Beauty was fantastic. I really love his Bond films. He did Skyfall, Spectre. I was really looking forward to checking out 1917. I think the guy's just a masterful storyteller and just a brilliant director. All right, 1917 basically tells the story of two British soldiers who are tasked with delivering a message across enemy lines and through no man's land in order to prevent the massacre of 1,600 of their comrades. One thing I can say about the film, first off, is that it is easily one of the best war dramas I have ever seen.
One of the things I like about the film is the way it's shot, all in series of long shots, so that you start out with two main characters. It's kind of like starting one of those old Nintendo games where you've got two characters fighting together, and you're just scrolling along with them in real time till they fight the bad guys. You're in this. Once you kill the boss in this area, you move on. The difference is you don't have the sinister music really to tell you what's going on. Simple scores, just a scrolling real-time drama laying out in front of you, and it's almost first person's perspective, which will change on you, kind of like when one of the characters dies in Double Dragon or.
I know what's surprising about the film is, of course, Roger Deakins, probably the greatest cinematographer ever to hone the craft, is behind the camera for this. While George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman were both phenomenal in their roles, I think the real star of this movie was Roger Deakins' cinematography. I've never seen cinematography quite like this in a war film, and it just worked. The fact that it was a series of long takes, very long takes that were just edited together to make it look seamless, as if everything was happening in real time. With all the chaotic action going on screen, it was just amazing to watch how this come together with this just absolutely gorgeous cinematography.
And the choreography, the set is a series of bunkers in a maze. You get out of the maze, then you're just in mud and barbed wire and gnarly landscape. Then you're at this farmhouse. And the choreography with you've got airplanes flying over. They're doing these in really long. The dog fight. They're doing these in really long shots, and you have to time that perfectly. It reminded me, and I made a comment during the movie, is we're only a few years removed from Kitty Hawk, and they're dog fighting airplanes.
It was insane.
The part where you're talking about Henley called me up for a date, and so we go, we get some popcorn, some drinks, take a nice photo of the photo booth.
We got to do the photo booth.
I always complain about like Delta Force or something like that, where a guy's got a handgun, he's got to take on 50 machine guns, and this guy's taking on one or two guys at a time. What he does throughout the course of the movie is phenomenal, but they don't oversell it. You don't think of this guy as a Rambo character.
No,
you think of him as a guy trying to survive.
So overall, what would you rate?
I would give it an 8 for a visual. Just for the movie-going experience. The story is kind of it's a good story, a good average, like a 7 kind of story. It's a man on a mission kind of story, but the presentation is at least a 9. It's one of those movies that you just have to watch it unfold the way it's shot.
So, an 8?
I give it an 8 overall.
All right. Well, I'm in love with this film. It's rare that I go revisit a film in the theater, but I'm definitely going back to see this one. Easily one of the best war films I've personally ever seen, so I'll give it a 9. So that gives us an average of
8.5.
8.5. And we should give it a special rating.
A
So
themed rating.
how about those hats that they wear? What do they call them?
The Brodies?
The Brodies.
Yeah.
All right, 1917 gets 8.5 Brodies. So Kevin says, check it out. Dude, I appreciate you going with me to check this out.
Absolutely, man. It was a
lot
lovely
of
day.
fun.